This is brand new. It has never been opened. It's been shrink wrapped for 40 years. However, I open my toys. We are not leaving this in the shrink wrap. This video supported in part by...
Playing VR, I tend to sweat. It gives me an edge. So King of Nerds happens to give me an edge too. Let King of Nerds give you the edge. Bye, King of Nerds.
Every once in a while here on GenXGrownUp, I like to do a video where I turn around to the set behind me on Studio G, grab something off the shelf, and talk about why it's important to me, how I acquired it, why it earned a spot on my shelf. You might have seen a couple of weeks ago, I did one on this wonderful puzzler, which is effectively a knockoff Rubik's Cube, but it's era appropriate because it came from the early 80s when the Rubik's Cube was out. I got a lot of great engagement and response to that video, and one of the things I mentioned in it was while I loved having the wonderful puzzler, it was a great kind of surrogate because I did not have a genuine Rubik's Cube from that era. Well, among the engagements I got was one I really wasn't expecting, and it was from John at Wagner's Tech Talk. He dropped me a line saying, I saw your video that you didn't have a genuine Rubik's Cube, and I want to do something to correct that. Here's the video he sent me.
Hey John, this is John. Just wanted to let you know that I received something here that I think you might be interested in. An original 1980s Rubik's Cube. It's unopened, and it's going to remain that way until I ship it to you. So be looking out for this in the following week. It should be arriving at your place. I hope you get lots of use out of it and have fun with it. I'm lousy at these things.
And then, a few days later, this box showed up on my doorstep. Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I am John and I am a GenXGrownUp. Thank you for the click. First things first, a huge thank you and shout out to John over at Wagner's Tech Talk because I know what's in this, I've seen it, and that has in no way diminished my excitement to open it. If you are not yet a viewer and subscriber over to Wagner's Tech Talk, you should be. I'll throw a link up here and I'll remind you again at the end of the video, not only is it a great channel full of great production value, full of cool nerdiness, it's also run by a really awesome guy who clearly just likes participating in random acts of kindness for other people named John, apparently. So, again, we're going to get back to that. We're going to talk about him some more in a second. But first of all, I can't wait to get to the table and crack this thing open. A vintage 1980s era Rubik's Cube still in the shrink wrap. Let's go. Here I've got my box from Wagner's Tech Talk. Here I have my X-Acto. Let's get into this thing. Oh, there's a note. Let's check the note. You can pause here and read the whole note if you want. Effectively, this is John Wagner doing just what I said. He likes what we do. He saw the video I did, said I didn't have a cube, and he wanted to fix that. And wow, just what a great guy. Okay, there was more than I was even expecting in this box. He sent a copy of Oliver Twins for the Evercade. I have an Evercade. I haven't done a lot of videos on it, but I got it when it first came out. This is not one that I had, and just, I can't believe, John, you threw this in as well. Thank you. That's awesome. I really love your artwork here. We got these Wagner's Tech Talk stickers. Got me a bunch of them that I can put. There's going to be, I think that's going on the set somewhere too, just to show my appreciation. And oh God. Oh man. I'm a little giddy. Oh, okay. I'm moving this stuff out of the way because, oh my Lord. I mean, I saw it on video but I need a second. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I mean, maybe it's not a big deal to a lot of people, but wow. I remember cutting the shrink wrap on one of these 40 plus years ago. And this thing, look, it's still got the little Made in China sticker that's spanning a couple of the cubes. And Yeah, this is before it got iterated. This is before somebody decided they could improve upon it. This was before they knew it was going to be the biggest thing since sliced bread. This was just, hey, Ideal is taking Erno Rubik's toy and gonna mass market it and see what happens. And this thing is, like, hands have not touched it. Ever. And, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. John, you have done something amazing for me here. This is wonderful. It's the original Rubik's Cube over 3 billion combinations. There's like 43 quintillion combinations. The 3 billion doesn't begin to scratch the surface. Yeah, Ideal Toy Company. It's those colors are just the original. I mean, everybody copies those colors. The orange is just really pops. Oh, and here's the thing. I'm telling you, this is brand new. It has never been opened. It's been shrink wrapped for 40 years. However, I open my toys. We are not leaving this in the shrink wrap. Are you ready? Here we go. Thanks again, John. We're in. Now, I still haven't touched the cube. I'll get, okay, I'm gonna do it. Ready? I'm gonna touch it. I touched it. Okay. But I have to get into the box then, and I want to preserve the box because this is part of it. Yeah, I took off the shrink wrap, but this box that was been in the shrink wrap all these years, looks like, I think the whole box unfolds if I remember. So if I cut this tape right here, you can see that tape is super old and yellowing and barely still there. There we go. Here's the spot. Okay, so it's open here. Tuck this in and use it as a little wedge. Okay, I think I'm just gonna, there we go. That popped it right open. There we go. So yeah, so that preserves the entire box and I can click it right back together. Here it is. Untouched by human hands for 40 plus years. I know some of you are probably watching like, dude, get over yourself. It's just a Rubik's Cube. But it's not just a Rubik's Cube. It's so kind of, I'll get to that. But it's not, it's a piece of history. I love, for the same reason I like documentary films, it's little tangible pieces of history that connect you directly back to something that you know or you admire or you're interested in. It's one thing to read about it, see a picture. It's another thing to be able to see it in person. It's another thing to lay your hands on it. And it's, yeah, I remember them being really like springy. Like you can hear the springs in them. Listen really closely. The construction was such that the springs were so loud, and it's really hard to turn. I remember I would pop off these centers, not to cheat, you cheaters, pop off these centers in order to lubricate the springs and little gear in here so that it turns a little smoother. I don't want to turn this face because I want to leave this made in China or Taiwan, or what does it say? Made in Taiwan sticker. I don't want that to be torn off, so I'm just turning some other faces here. I guess I could move that made in Taiwan sticker. You know what? Let's do that. Let's move that sticker and preserve it, but make it so we can still fully play with the toy. I'm just going to move it over here so it's fully on this one blue block. That way, yeah, there's a little residue from there, and then, like, that's part of it. Like, I'm not going to scrub that off. All I did was move this over so that I can turn all the faces. I mean, I don't know how much more you can say about a Rubik's Cube. This was a gift. I love it, and this is going to require a little bit of redecorating. Let's get it back in the box first. All right. So you know what this means, right? Like typically my Rubik's Cube collection is kind of back here behind my gourd and you can't really see it. Well, now I have this great new thing to add to my set. We're going to have to do some reorganization. Let's go. So here's what I have in mind. Obviously, in this corner, I have a collection of Rubik's Cubes in a variety of different sizes, along with my wonderful puzzler, but it's always behind my head, as I noted, and over here, I have a more modern Double Dragon Shadow Box in that Atari Touch Me. So I'm thinking just a little switcheroo. I'm going to take these guys and put them over here and add that brand new treasure that I have thanks to John. We're gonna plug that in there, move the Double Dragon over, some more little tweaks. Let's get after it. Eh? What do you think? I think that is a fantastic upgrade. John, man, I can't thank you enough for your thoughtfulness, for your kindness, for your investment, your subscription, your time, your everything. What a great addition to my collection and something that I'm going to treasure forever. You saw me cut the plastic off because it's not getting resold. This is mine and it lives right there. Anytime you want to see it, John, just pop into a video. You'll see it sitting over my shoulder. This is normally the part of the video where I would be like, hey, check out this video and this video about Rubik's Cubes or something. All I'm going to say is, hey, if you're not yet subscribing to Wagner's Tech Talk, head right over there immediately. If you like the stuff we do on GenXGrownUp, you are going to love the stuff that John does over at Wagner's Tech Talk. I hope you found something to enjoy in this video too, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.